Hey everyone, welcome to this week's episode of Everyday Adventure. I'm Nathan Currier.
Steve Glosser.
Yes, and today we are bringing you a little bit about morning routines. Which I'm super excited to talk about. But Steven, how's your day going so far? How's your morning been?
It's been good. No, it's been a good day. I have some time where I get together with some guys in my life, and we just get together to talk about Jesus. We talk about life. We talk about work. So that was this morning. So I'm filled up. I'm refreshed. I had a good time with those guys. It's also where I'm wearing a hat. I didn't shower this morning. But yeah, so that's how my day's going. How about you?
Nice. Good. I got to get up early, and I started something new today actually as a part of my quiet time. So I was super excited to implement that. Got to have breakfast with my old small group leader. It's been a great morning so far.
Cool.
So.
Well, good. Well, we're excited for this topic today, the morning routine, and I think when I think of the morning routine, it's like, oh, what is that supposed to mean? You know, it's not as mystical or like far out. It's like having something that kickstarts our day. It's like a button we push that kind of initiates like being in the zone for that particular day. And so we just want to talk about how you can practically create a morning routine that it can be flexible, but it's something that you kind of stick to that helps you jumpstart every single day.
Yeah, absolutely. I think it's been really, really cool just experimenting different things in my life to see like, okay, what works in the morning, what works better at nighttime, or both, whatever it may be. And I really just like the idea of like this really helps get in the zone, because after I've done this thing in the morning, now it's like, okay, like I'm ready to like conquer my day. I know I've had times where if I don't do like kind of my morning routine, if you will, I feel like off like the whole rest of the day.
Right.
Like I need to like take a nap and like restart or something like that. But you were kind of telling me a little bit before this of how Kinsley kind of has a morning routine. I think that's so cool how it's like built in human nature. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, our 8-month-old daughter Kinsley, she actually like has this every day. My wife Taylor will get her out of bed and she'll feed her. And there's days where I'll like try to feed her with the bottle, and it's just not the same. Like she's in this routine, like mom feeds me, and then every day, even if I'm not home in the morning, like this morning, Taylor will walk past our bedroom to go downstairs, and usually the routine is that Taylor will bring Kinsley in, she'll jump in bed with me, we'll kind of cuddle a little bit, and then we'll move on. And Kinsley will like whip her head around the corner, like I need to go in there, like this is the time of day. Like it's already programmed into her little life in 8 months, like this idea of routine, that's a part of kind of what gets her going for the day, which is really cool.
That's so funny. I love how that's just like there. It's engraved.
Right.
So we want to kind of talk about some do's and don'ts of morning routines that we've learned personally and that we might still be growing in.
Yeah, for sure.
So hit us off. What are some do's and don'ts that you've learned?
Yeah, let's start with some do's. I think the one big thing is to make it personal, to make it your own. That my morning routine isn't the same as Nathan's, and Nathan's isn't the same as yours. And I'm sure Wheelblower Ryan even has a different morning routine, you know? So it's like everybody has a different morning routine. So you have to own it and make it your own. And so the way we do that is trial and error. Just doing some different things in the morning that kind of help you find this worked, this gave me energy, this actually kind of took energy away.
Yep.
And so some of the do's that I have, and Nathan will kind of share a couple of them too, but is for me, every morning before I even get out of bed, I quote Psalm 118:24, which is, "This is the day the Lord has made, let us rejoice and be glad in it." And for some reason, that verse every day, it gets me in this mindset, like God made this day, He's put purpose in this day, the people I'm going to meet this day have something that God has put in them that I can help pull out. And it just gives me such a sense of purpose. And another thing that I do is I try to pray before I get out of bed. Like I just want to spend just even 30 seconds. Thank you for this day. I'm so glad that I get to do the things that I get to do and be married to Taylor and be a dad to Kinsley. And it just helps me do these things. Another thing that I do is I get in the Word. I read the Bible every single morning. And I want to fill my heart and my mind with God's truth, because we know how easy it is for the lies and the other things of this world to take away from the truth. Another thing that I do is I simply just get my body moving, whether that's walking around my living room, whether it's doing push-ups, doing sit-ups, I wish I said my routine. Yeah, that's pretty
You
rare.
must be doing some push-ups. Hey.
No, just kidding. That's not true. Like, I wish I could say, yeah, my morning routine is to go to the gym, but honestly, that hasn't worked for me. And so, yeah, what are some of the do's for you?
Yeah, there's a lot of similar do's there of just the importance of getting into the Word and starting with prayer. And one thing that I've actually learned is I've learned a great do of kind of starting that day with gratitude from learning the don'ts, which is one of them is like, don't start off your day with complaining. It can be so easy, you know, you get in that Monday, like, oh man, it's Monday. Like you're already going downhill to start off your day. And so to start off your day with something that's just being thankful, like you said, like this is the day I'm going to rejoice in the Lord today. And some other ones is really just, just that praying, that reading in the Word. I love to just get alone with God and just sit in silence, because it's not very often that we get to just be in a place of silence. And sometimes it can even be weird for us at first, but I really find that like that's when God really begins to speak to my heart. The most is during that time of silence, and it kind of clears out my mind for the rest of the day. And so that's kind of the do's that I've learned, and a couple practical don'ts as well. Don't hit the snooze button. I know we're not the best at it, but I know it's not good. There's actually, I mean, mentally you're telling your brain, okay, I'm going to start my day by failing, because you set up the night before, like, this is when I'm going to get up. And so it's already training your brain to go down the wrong path of like, okay, we're just going to like bypass what we'll do today. You know, we'll put off homework another day later on. It's easier to say yes to putting off things.
Yeah, and I think too with that, like it literally is like you're starting your day with a loss. Like we want to start a day with a win by hitting that alarm, getting out of bed, whatever that first thing that we do, doing that gives you that sense of like accomplishment, gets you going in the right direction. And so hitting the snooze is a big one that can start your day kind of in this angle instead of this angle. A couple other don'ts. Don't go on your phone first thing in the morning. And you were telling me just a little bit about that too.
Yeah, absolutely. I find that actually studies have found that when you go on your phone right away and begin to look at social media and just begin to read things off your phone, it actually decreases your focus for the rest of the day, which is why it's important to start out by, you know, maybe it's reading a book, doing some exercise like you mentioned earlier. And so really it's not good for you to start off your day, especially with social media, but to just go on and just kind of let your mind wander and tell it to wake up. I used to justify it by like, oh, I'm just waking up, so I'm gonna like go on social media. No, don't do that. It's not good for you in the end.
Right. It always leads you down like this hole. And another don't is just don't overstress it. Like don't, and I did this. I had like a list of 10 things I was gonna do. Like I'm gonna drink a cup of water. I'm gonna start the coffee. I'm gonna go run 6 miles. Like it was just like, I couldn't do it, and it wasn't sustainable. And so do something that is sustainable, that you can repeat, that's meaningful for you, that allows you to connect with Jesus every single day. In this new season of being a parent, like my old morning routine is out the window. I used to have like this 2-hour uninterrupted time where it was just me. I would spend time with the Lord. I would spend time reading. I would spend time journaling. And I try to do all those things, but now the goal has just been like, I'm going to connect with Jesus and do something that energizes me and gets me in the right mindset, the right heart set for the day. And so we just want to encourage you with that. It might change over time, but do something. Have some sort of morning routine. And I love the book Winning with People by John Maxwell. One of the quotes from that book is this: every morning brings a day in which someone's life can change. And I think that's one of the thoughts that I dwell on every day too, is just like this idea that every day brings an opportunity for someone's life to change. I want to be ready for that. I want to be in the right place in my heart, and so I want to do the things that set me up for that. And we want to encourage you to do the same. And we would love to hear what some of your morning routines are. So this is the question for you this week. What is your morning routine? What are the things that you do every day to get you ready for the day? Let us know on social media at evdayadventure or at everydayadventure@gmail.com. Just send us an email. We'd love to share some of those in the coming weeks. And so right now, it's time for the adventure wheel.
It's time for the wheel.
And so let's bring it in. Wheel boy Ryan, wow. Nice and
Look at
close.
that. Look at that zoom in
Wow.
camera angle.
Well, hello there.
Hey,
Welcome.
Ryan.
Hey.
How are you?
So good.
Are you too high there? Oh, there we go.
Now we're good.
Where's
I'm
your-
gonna have such a good squat. Like that's so good.
Where's
So
your
good.
flannel?
Huh?
Where's your flannel?
I don't know. It's at home. Probably in the wash.
Come on.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I'm
hey,
sorry.
Let's spin the wheel. We hope that this past week you made some new taste buds. You tried some new foods, and so we'd love to still hear what those things were. But let's spin the wheel this week.
Let's do it.
What's this week's challenge
This
going
week's
to
challenge
be?
is bless
Ooh,
a stranger.
Cool. Tell us about it.
Absolutely. So this week we want you, and we're going to do this as well, to go and bless someone that you don't know. It might be the next person in line at Starbucks. It could be literally stopping at a random Arby's and paying for the person in the drive-thru, even if you're not getting food. Whatever it may be, just find a stranger and bless them.
Yeah. So just do something for somebody you don't know that makes their day better, whatever the case is. So we want you to do that. Share those with us. Are you going to do that?
Yeah, and if you don't know the interns, we count as strangers. So
Nice, Ryan. Shameless plug. All
Let's
right,
go.
thanks for the
I'm
more,
out.
Ryan. We love you.
Or you could write someone a letter. I mean, it doesn't have to just be
Yeah.
a financial blessing either. So.
Exactly. So just do something for somebody. But we just encourage your just continued support. We are so thankful that you guys are joining us on our everyday adventure and
Yeah.
being a part of this show. And we wouldn't do this if it wasn't for the people that are listening and watching. So thanks you guys for your support. And we would again encourage you to subscribe to the channel, to share with your friends, so we can have these conversations with more people like you. But we love you. We hope that you have a great week, that you keep living your everyday adventure and living life to the fullest.
See you next week.